Hi guys, just going to go through some stretches for your lower half. We'll work through the hips, through the hamstrings, even getting some mobility in your toes and your ankles. So just going to start right here, feet hip bone distance apart. We're just going to do our basic roll down. So slowly nod your head, pull up in the abs, let your arms hang, and just roll all the way down. And as you're down, just release, just let your arms feel heavy. And then as they're heavy, just bend your right knee just enough to find that stretch through the back of the left leg. And then switch, bend the left knee. And one more time, bend the right. And bend the left. Soften both knees. Use your abs to slowly roll up. Take your time. Take a breath and exhale all the way back down again. This time, as you're hanging down, go ahead and bend into the right knee, left leg straight like you did before, and start to rotate your body over towards the right. If you can't reach the floor, you can put a block down or something you can put your hands on if you can't get all the way down. But feel that rotation, and you feel the stretch all along the whole left side of the body, stretching the left arm over. Keep your weight even in the feet and flat. Coming back through center, straighten both legs. Bend the left knee, right leg is straight. Pull your abs in and just start to rotate your upper body to the left, stretching the right arm. And breathe, keeping the feet even and flat. Coming back to the center, soften both knees, abs in, and slowly roll all the way up. Again, if you already know you're really tight, have either some blocks down onto the ground you can put your hands on, or maybe come near a table or something where you can hold on to, especially if you're a little bit tight right off the bat. From here, I'm going to bring my feet together first. Take the right leg over the left. So they're not even with each other. My right foot is going to be in front of my left. This is going to take some balance too. So if you're a little off kilter, again, you might want something near you to hold on to. So both legs are straight. My feet are pointing forward. Obviously, right leg's in front, hips are square. We're going to roll down again. And then once down, bend the right knee, the front leg, just a little bit. So left leg is stretched straight. So this is going to be more intense than the last one. So holding right here, start to rotate the upper body towards the right. And again, feel as if you're pulling the left hip up towards the ceiling. And you're going to feel more of that stretch along that left calf, hamstring, your glute, your hip, all the way up your back into the arm. Come back through the center. Straighten the legs. Use your belly to slowly come up. Again, this is going to take some balance as well, right? So it's not just about the stretching, the balance as well. I'm going to go ahead and switch. So now the left foot's in front of our right. Again, I'm not squeezing them super tight. They're next to each other, but I'm not squeezing very tightly. Again, rounding down. Pull up in the belly. Again, you're going to feel that balance, right? You'll feel maybe different between the sides. As you're here, bend the left knee. Right leg is straight. Now try not to dump the hips and pull the hip up. You want to try to keep them square and feel like you're pulling your tailbone to the ceiling. And then start to rotate over towards the left, pulling the right arm over, feeling the stretch behind that whole right side. Breathe into it. You can even move your weight a little forward and you might feel it deeper. Come back through the center, both legs straight, abs in, and slowly come back up. And roll the shoulders around. From here, separate the legs. I'm going to take my left foot forward, right one back a little bit. Okay, so they're about a couple feet apart from each other. From here, watch your butt's not sticking out. Draw the abs in, tuck your tail underneath you. Bend into the front knee, my left leg, and keep drawing your butt under you to open up the front of the right hip.
I am pushing down through my heel, so I'm feeling a stretch in the calf as well. Squeezing your butt cheek. As you're here, you can bring the right arm up and then reach over just a little bit to the left. Keep tucking and holding and breathe into it. And then carefully come back, straighten out the legs. Go ahead, step back. We're gonna do the other leg. So right foot's gonna go, press into the left. Again, they're not too far apart. You can also do this against a wall if you feel a little off, right? Put your hands up against the wall and we'll help you. Bend into the front leg, tuck your butt under, squeeze your left butt. So again, if you feel wiggly and you're not getting the stretch, go against a wall, taking the left arm up, keep tucking the butt under because we want to open the front. We don't want to arch the back. And then you can stretch over towards the right a little, relaxing the shoulders and breathe. Keep pushing down through the left heel so we get the stretch all the way down the back of the leg as well. And then carefully come back and center. All right, so this one's a little bit more of an intense stretch. So as I'm here, if you need something, again, have something in front of you, maybe an ottoman, something you put your hands on. So I'm gonna start to come down, bend my knees, and then I'm going to slowly try to push my heels down into the ground. So my hands are just gently down. Again, if you have anything with your knees, you might want to put your hands on something. I'm pressing down as if I'm trying to sit back onto my heels and get a really good stretch through the ankles. Right? We want to keep our ankles mobile and stretched out, right? Because they start to get really stiff. So press into it and breathe. And just sink down. What you want to be careful of is not to start going into a turned out position for this particular stretch, okay? So I am parallel as I feel a lot in the front of my ankles as well. And breathe and just try to hold into it. And then pressing down into the ground, straighten the legs. And then soft knees as you come back up. So another version of that stretch, it's going to be more for the inner thighs. So I'll face you. I'm going to actually have my legs more in a turned out position. And you're going to slowly come down. Again, have something you put your hands on. Now, depending again on flexibility, you might just be here, right? If you're feeling that stretch in the inner thighs. Or if you can hold and press your elbows into your thighs. Now, the wider my stance, the easier it's going to be, really. Okay, so if I was to walk my feet closer, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, right? And then again, press open with the elbows and lift. Pull the abs in. So it's a great stretch for the inner thighs. Still a little into those ankles too, because I want to make sure that my heels are down into the floor. Again, if this is too much, you can always put your hands on something and just come in and try to go into this deep squat position. Okay, press the hands down, carefully come up and back, and then slowly roll up. All right, so for the toes, I'm gonna come on down onto my knees, curl my toes under. Now, for some of you, it might be really hard onto the knees to do something like this. You might wanna come up, you can pad your knees and just curl your toes under and really push into the ground and just hold that, right? If you can, you start to sit back onto your heels and pressing all the toes into the floor, trying to get that flexion and just holding here, right? After a while, it does get a little annoying. So breathe into it. Just feel that stretch, right? We start to lose the dexterity in our toes as well. Toes start to go together, they start to cross, they tend to stop moving, right? Especially if we don't go barefoot very often and feel the floor underneath us. Just hold here. Yes, you'll feel your arches too, right? You're gonna feel that pulling through the feet, right? If you get plantar fasciitis, right? You need to stretch. And then from here, hands go down. Just gonna slowly straighten my legs back. Walk the hands to the feet, soft knees, and slowly roll all the way back up. All right, hope those helped. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'll see you again. Bye.